Today's workflow tip is going to be a little different. So I'm going to kind of briefly talk about when you're working on something and you're trying out poses or whatever it is that you're sketching out. Sometimes it's okay if it doesn't work out. And the reason why it's okay is because you can always rework it later. You don't have to sit here and go, oh my gosh, I have to force it, I gotta make this work. This is what I have in mind. And you really shouldn't do that because it kind of kills your motivation and it really makes you disinterested in what you're working on. So when you come across a situation like that, instead of, continuously trying to make it work, what you just erase it. Either delete it or erase it and move on. And that's okay to do. You don't have to make the perfect anything when you're first starting off with your drawing or your art in general. Like if this is just like, well, whatever, the whatever pose, I really don't like how this is looking. I don't like the way the legs are going to be positioned. So I'm going to erase it. I'm going to keep working with it and trying out what I like or don't like. And that's kind of it for this workflow tip. It's really short, but it's a big deal. And I see a lot of artists struggle, like, oh, I don't know, this pose is just really not working out for me, and they're forcing it. You can't force yourself to do something that isn't working and that, so yeah, don't force yourself. Another thing is when you're doing some sketches or art like this, you don't have to save everything either. If you're like, this is okay, but I don't really see any value in this, or this was just for me to kind of loosen up, it's okay to not save that either. Most of the work that I do, or that I start off doing, I don't save it for a couple hours because I don't know if I'm going to continue with it or not. And I just see it as another way of practicing either anatomy or just exploring concepts that might not be, that are out of my comfort zone. So if I'm doing that, I'm like, I like this, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere, so I'm just not going to save it because it's not meant to be shown. It's not meant to be, anything but for me and for practice. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this workflow. Now, this workflow tip. Now, another thing you can do instead of deleting it is you can always just save JPEGs or PNGs of something, and that way if you want to go back to it, you can always rework it later. Or just keep it as like, hey, look what I did here. This is kind of crap, but I made it work somehow. You can always do that too. But it's totally fine to go ahead and erase something if it's not working. And if you've gone super far into your drawing and you're getting the colors down and everything else, and it's still bothering you and it's still not working, it's totally okay to delete it too. I know it's a really short video, but these aren't meant to be super long. So I'm going to kind of continue doing this for a little bit just to show you the constant erasing that I'm doing, and and that it's okay to do that. It's okay to not have everything in your head come out right away. It's never going to be exact, and that's okay. Alright, so I guess I'll just keep drawing, and I hope you guys enjoy this little doodle, and I will see you guys in the next workflow tips.